Hey guys, it's me, Davis Knight. Welcome back to the Davis Knight Show. I'm your host, Davis Knight, and this is episode 117. Fall is officially here, football season is heating up, and the air feels just a little cooler, even if you live in Florida like me. And there's a lot going on in the world. So let's dive into some confidence, growth, tech, laughs, and fun together. First up, shout out to Z Radio, who operates Z88.3, a Christian radio station based in Central Florida. This week, my podcast was shouted out by them. So I'd just like to say thank you, Z88.3, for spreading the word of God and Jesus. And from all you listening in Florida, go ahead and show the Z some love because they rely off of donations from listeners to remain on air 24/7. Okay, now it is time for USUs. Today's USU is all about learning that not every action needs a reaction. Sometimes silence or patience is the stronger choice. When you don't let every situation pull you in, you stay in control of your energy and focus. For example, if someone makes a joke at your expense in the cafeteria, you don't have to clap back. You can laugh it off, walk away, or my favorite, ignore it. Here's another one. If a friend forgets to text you back right away, you don't have to send 10 question marks. You can wait and give them space, because nobody likes that friend. Here is another example. If you see a post online that bugs you, you don't always have to reply or start drama, because it never ends good. And in football, if another team trash talks after a play, you do not need to fire back. Sometimes the best answer is showing up strong on the next game. The truth is, we can't control other people, but we can control ourselves, our actions, and our thoughts. That ties right into a famous quote. Life is 10% what happens and 90% how you react to it. Remember, your reactions shape your life more than the events themselves. Now it is time to talk about some current events in fall. Fall officially began on Monday, September 22nd, 2025 at exactly 2:19 p.m. That's also the exact moment the autumnal equinox happened. So football season is rolling. NFL and college teams are battling it out, and tailgating is in full swing. Fall also means big moments in politics, school events, and holidays coming soon. This season is the perfect reminder that while we can't control every kickoff play or event, we can control how we respond. Now it is time for some trivia. Which NFL team has won the most Super Bowls? A. Kansas City Chiefs. B. New England Patriots. C. Pittsburgh Steelers. Or D. Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is actually two of them, B and C. The New England Patriots and Pittsburgh Steelers are both tied with 6 Super Bowls each. Now, it is time for question 2. The pumpkin is technically A, a fruit, B, a vegetable, C, a bean, or D, none of the above. I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is A. Pumpkins are actually a fruit because they have seeds. Fun fact, Illinois grows more pumpkins than any other U.S. state. Question 3. What U.S. state produces the most apples in the fall season? A. Florida. B. North Carolina. C. Georgia. Or D. Washington State. I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is D, Washington State. It grows over 60% of apples in the U.S. Fun fact, the Honeycrisp apple is one of the most popular fall varieties. Question 4. What day do Americans celebrate Thanksgiving this year in 2025? A, the 24th, B, the 29th, C, the 27th, or D, the 31st. I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is C, November 27th. It's always the fourth Thursday in November. Fun fact, the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was held in 1924. Question 5. Which U.S. president played college football in the University of Michigan before becoming a president? A. Gerald Ford, B. Richard Nixon, C. John Adams, or D. Barack Obama? I'm going to give a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is A. Gerald Ford. He was a star center and linebacker in the 1930s. Fun fact, Ford turned down offers to play in the NFL to go to law school instead, which is kind of crazy to me, but it ended up great. Now time for fun stuff. Are you ready to smile? Drum roll, please. Joke of the week. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Any guesses? Because he was outstanding in his field. Haha, get it? This is play on words. A scarecrow literally stands out in a field to scare birds away. But outstanding in his field also means someone is really great at what they do. Now it is time for slang of the week. First up is cap. What it means is cap means a lie or an exaggeration. No caps means like, are you being honest, like for real? Origin. It started in Southern hip-hop in the early 2000s and took off in social media around 2017. Why it's popular. TikTok and YouTube creators use it constantly. It's quick, funny, and works in almost any situation. Example, that touchdown was the best I've ever seen. No cap. Next up is 6'7". What it means. Here's the thing. Nobody fully agrees. Some people mean so-so or average. Others say it just means random nonsense with no real definition at all. The fun of 6'7" is that it's mysterious and confusing on people. The origin, it blew up after a rap lyric on the song Doot Doot 6'7" and has spread on TikTok. Some tie it to the NFL player LaMelo Ball because he's 6'7" others. At least that's what he says, I guess. Also, you know what's funny? In our house, my brothers will not stop saying 6'7". Here's why it's popular. Middle schoolers especially love it because it's funny, it sounds random, and adults often don't understand it and it confuses them. This makes it feel like a secret code, specifically because it's super funny. Somebody might just yell 6'7" in class for no reason and everyone laughs, even if it doesn't mean anything. True fact, by the way. Now time for the tech tip. If you just updated your iPhone to iOS 18 this fall, try the new Smart Replies in Messages. When someone texts you, your phone now suggests quick, natural replies using on-device intelligence. It saves time, especially during class or at a football game. Pro tip, you can customize or turn it off in Settings, Messages, then Smart Replies. Also, I hate to be the bad news bearer, but if you just updated to iOS 18, iOS 26 also just came out. That's it for episode 117 of The Davis Knight Show. Remember, this week, practice pausing. Not everything deserves your reaction. You get to choose where your energy goes. If you liked today's episode, please share it with a friend. Hit that 5-star rating and leave a comment. It helps spread confidence and encourage each of you to be proud of who God created you to be. When you feel good about yourself, you're more likely to try new things, hold up your head high, and succeed. Not because of what you do, but because of the confidence you carry inside. I'll end with one of my favorite scriptures, James 1:17. Every good and perfect gift is from God. Thanks for being a gift to me and to others. Also, this is episode 117. I'm grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone!